So today we have, I saw it on TikTok. I didn't know who Lance Stroll really is, but I don't know too much about him. I just saw that he crashes a lot into other players or crashes by himself. So today we have apparently Lance Stroll ruining F1 for 13 minutes straight. So let's get it.
From running over his own pit crew,
Oh dear.
That's actually foul.
crashes even after the race is finished.
Is that possible? Stroll is not looking
Holy
where he's going.
shit, look at the fucking wheel.
Seems like Lance Stroll hits a new low every season.
Man, is this guy blind? What the is wrong with him?
So, let's get into these moments.
Aren't these cars like super expensive too? Like what the fuck are you doing, my guy?
With the least idiotic. Kicking things off is the utterly mind-numbing incident at the Australian Grand Prix in 2022. An incident so baffling that even the commentators were questioning their sanity.
What on earth is Stroll doing?
What
It was
on
the
earth
first
is Stroll doing? What
qualifying
happened?
session, with Stroll on his final outlap, quickly
Qualifying?
approaching the Williams of Nicholas Latifi.
It's not even the real racing
Now,
moment.
I think that being on a slow outlap would mean Lance couldn't cause any crashes, right? Well, that's a stupid question. It's Mr. Stroll we're talking about here.
He's got so far out the way then of Stroll, but then Stroll slows down and Latifi comes
What
through.
the
Oh,
fuck?
no.
Wait, go back. What just happened
So
there?
far out the way then of Stroll, but then Stroll slows
He has the inside.
down and Latifi comes
This guy
through.
just runs into
no.
him.
Come on.
You're actually trolling now.
What on earth is Stroll doing?
I genuinely have no words for this incident. I mean, he
I too have no words for
swerved
this
into
incident.
oncoming
Like,
traffic.
And then he just
What are we
flips it
watching?
straight over to the right and
Why?
has the most ludicrous crash.
And just to make things even worse, Lance had the audacity to blame Latifi on the radio.
Latifi, man, what the f is he just doing? He just hit me, man.
Man, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because what he did at the
Oh my
2024
God.
Chinese Grand Prix gets even worse. A safety car on lap 23 saw drivers pitting for fresh tyres, shaking up the order and leaving Stroll in P10, right behind the RB of Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo had been having a solid weekend and looked set to score some much-needed points in P9. But Stroll
So what's
had
happening
other
now?
ideas.
And this is why. This was at the heavy. Oh,
damn, he just rear-ended his ass.
ridiculous.
Why?
That is a huge hit into the back. of
Why would you
Daniel
just do
Ricciardo
that?
For Stroll.
Yeah, you saw that right? He literally rear-ended the Aussie, launching him airborne.
But that's actually
before
foul.
hopping on the radio in classic Stroll fashion.
Idiots just slammed on the brake, check wing damage.
And even though he ended
What?
Ricciardo's race, he doubled down in the post-race interview.
The car in front of me just stopped right in front of me. I had nowhere to go. And yeah, it was just one of those really weird racing incidents.
Ricciardo was furious.
No, motherfucker. What the hell?
Okay, I had started to calm down, but now that makes me
My blood boiled.
off because
What the hell is even that?
I watched his onboard. He's not even looking at me. We start to brake, and his head starts looking at the corner. That pisses me off.
But if you thought
Nah,
that
me
was
too,
bad,
man. That
just
would
wait
actually
until
piss me
you
off
see
so
what he
much.
did at the
Like, why the
20
fuck is this dumb fuck rear-ending me? It's a professional driver. Like, what the fuck is
21
that?
Hungarian Grand Prix. Now, this race was truly
Actual
one of a
PMO.
kind, with the wet conditions causing one of the worst chaotic starts to a race I've ever seen.
Lights out and away we go. And Hamilton does get away very well indeed. Bottas doesn't.
Far up the field from Stroll, Valtteri Bottas locked up into turn 1, sending himself and the McLaren
More
of
rear
Norris
ends? The
flying
fuck is
into
this
the
guy
two
doing?
Red Bulls.
Oh my God.
Bottas and Sergio Perez.
But Lance had something special planned. He picked up way too much speed on the run down to turn 1. Locked
Can he
up,
not see
and
all
then
the
had
braking
genius
lights?
idea to turn his Aston Martin into a lawnmower, cutting straight across the grass.
As the McLaren spun
I
round
actually
with the
fucking-
Ferrari as well.
I'll
As
be
you can
so
see,
fucking
that went
peeved.
about as well
How's this
as
guy
you
a
might
professional
expect,
driver?
as he lost control and slammed into the Ferrari
Brother,
of
you went onto the grass.
Charles Leclerc, who was then sent crashing into Danny Rick. As you can probably imagine, Leclerc wasn't too happy about the incident.
Oh, they f***ed me.
That wasn't the only
They
time
fucked
Leclerc had been a
me.
victim of Stroll either. Oh no. Stroll was seen terrorizing the Monegasque driver as recently as the 2025 Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh my God, this is close. What the fuck is this guy doing?
I mean, seriously, Lance, those things on the side of your car are called mirrors. Why don't you try using them? But who am I kidding? It's no secret Lance has the spatial awareness of a lemon, and there's no better example of this than his run-in with Verstappen at the 2020 Portugal Grand Prix. Max was about to set off on a push lap during FP2 and was rapidly closing the gap to Stroll. Now, Stroll had just completed his push lap, so you'd think he'd move over and let Verstappen by, but apparently that's too much to ask for.
As effective as Max wants it.
He has the inside. The fuck are you doing?
And they have.
Yo, piece of shit.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh my god, he's on another team too?
It was literally a practice session. Verstappen was absolutely
Did he just say practice session? Like,
seething on
not
the
even
radio.
official?
Man, is this guy blind? What the is wrong with him? What a...
And lo and behold, Lance's radio only confirmed Max's suspicions.
I didn't see anyone.
That very same weekend,
That's some bullshit.
Lance also treated us with this showcase of brilliance on race day with his attempted overtake on Lando Norris.
The McLaren or Lance Stroll going very wide indeed.
Oh my
and going
god.
off the track in his battle
Whose
with
fault is that
Lando
right there? I
Norris.
can't see it
I mean,
properly.
what did he expect was going to happen?
What the is this doing?
This
But he went so far out
Lando
too.
Norris.
Like, his second wheel was even touching on the outside. Like, he was just committing suicide at this point. Like, what the fuck is this man doing?
The track in his battle with Lando Norris.
I mean, what did he expect was going to happen?
What the is this doing?
This interview with Norris perfectly sums up the sentiment on the grid towards Stroll.
I don't know what he was doing really. He obviously didn't learn from Friday, but he doesn't seem to learn with anything.
He hasn't learned from
so I just
anything.
have to make sure I stay away next time.
One driver wishing they'd heard that advice sooner was Stroll's next victim, Sebastian Vettel. And seriously,
No.
if anything's going to convince you that Lance is nothing but a liability on track, it has to be this incident at
Wait,
the
this guy would actually piss me off so
Malaysian
much.
Grand Prix,
Like, how is
which
he
left the
even
commentators
still a racer?
literally lost for words.
It's one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen post-race. If
Hold
not
on.
the...
Is Lance Stroll still in F1? Yes? Oh my god, that's
Most
actually so
bizarre.
sad.
Let's just set the scene. The race had just finished, with Verstappen claiming a second career win in epic fashion. Now, you'd think that since the race is over, the cool-down lap would be uneventful, right? Well, when Stroll is on track, nothing is certain.
After the race.
Cool down.
Oh.
Yeah, you saw that right. Stroll turned off any brain cells he had left, letting
This
his
is
car run
after the race. He does it before the race, the qualifying. Oh my god, like what is
wide
wrong
into
with this
Vettel,
man?
turning the Ferrari into a tricycle. I mean, come on, Lance. You actually trying to cause these incidents? But that wasn't the last time Lance would tangle with the four-time world champion, because in 2021 at Russia, things got even more comical. And this time, they were even racing as teammates. Pretty much everything had been smooth sailing during this race, with Vettel and P10 behind Stroll. But with just 6 laps to go, it had started to rain, and let's just say Stroll wasn't
how is
exactly
he
handling the
still
conditions
in?
well, struggling to keep his car on track. And this is where we really see the difference between a rich kid pay driver and a 4-times world champion, as Vettel made light work of the conditions, gaining on Stroll at a blistering rate. But just as he was about to make his move, the unthinkable happened.
Just ahead of him.
This guy's a fucking. Oh my god, why would you do that to your own
To
teammate?
the left-hand side.
You're
Puts his
still
teammate
going.
into the wall.
I honestly don't know how both drivers got away from that damage-free, but Stroll wasn't done there.
Holy
oh
crap.
No. Despite the heavier rain on the following lap, Lance made a
This guy couldn't even drive
hilarious
straight on this track, let alone now he's just fucking
Should have
pushing
his
over his own
abilities.
teammate.
Can you stay out on this condition? Can you stay out?
Hello?
Yes.
Motherfucker said yes. Go back.
Yes.
And then he fucking starts Tokyo drifting. Oh my god.
And just to put the cherry on top, after rejoining the track, he lost control of his car.
Oh
once
my god, not
again,
another
this time
car.
crashing into Pierre Gasly, causing the Frenchman to spit out.
He did a whole 360.
But while these slow speed
fuck
crashes are all
me,
fun
man.
and games, brace yourself for this next crash, because it could have gone horrifically
Holy
wrong.
fuck, that guy's
It was lap
flying.
22 of the 2022 USA Grand Prix, with Fernando Alonso following the Aston Martin of Stroll. With a better exit out of turn 11, Alonso is gaining rapidly, but just as he was about to make his move, Lance displayed a level of stupidity previously unseen by mankind.
Fernando Alonso goes
Whoa,
off
whoa,
the-
whoa, whoa, what just
Previously
happened?
unseen by mankind.
Fernando Alonso
Holy
goes off the
shit.
track. That's a high-speed crash, and he's made contact with and Lance
Holy
Stroll in the
fuck!
Aston Martin.
Seriously, Lance? What was
There's so
that?
much shit
He
happening.
literally
Oh
almost
my,
sent
he's just
Alonso
grinding on this guy's ass cheeks.
airborne.
Did get very airborne. He goes to the left.
Lance's car sustained
Motherfucker wants
heavy
to start
damage,
fucking
coming to
penetrating
rest
people,
in the
bro.
middle of the track, and honestly, he's lucky none of the drivers behind him hit his
Oh my god,
stationary
reaction
car.
time of
For the
fucking...
incident, he received a 3-place grid penalty, and rightly so, as watching the onboards, we can see him jolt his steering wheel left into Alonso. But in classic Lance Stroll fashion, he wouldn't accept any of the blame.
You know, I left him plenty of room on the left.
Some bullshit, you wet left!
Got really close to me, and yeah, we just made it contact, so...
If that doesn't convince you that Stroll has the racing IQ of a soggy piece of cardboard, maybe the 2019
How is he
Grand
still
Prix
here?
of Monza will. This string of incidents started with
How is he
Sebastian
still
Vettel
here?
as he lost control of his Ferrari on lap 6,
Oh,
spinning
shit.
off onto
Hey, at
the
least he's
grass.
off.
As Vettel rejoined the track, Lance appears, and the two made contact.
Just came back on the circuit like an idiot.
In all fairness to Lance, that part of the incident was completely Vettel's
No,
fault.
yeah, that
But
was-
what
that-
Lance
yeah.
did next, well, that was something special.
And Pierre Gasly
What the fuck are you doing? You just said, oh
in the
my,
Toro
this guy's a
Rosso has
fucking
to come wide,
hypocrite.
all down at the Ascari chicane.
So he complained about Vettel rejoining dangerously, and then does exactly the same thing to the Toro Rosso of Gasly. I mean, come on,
yeah, I
Lance. You can
feel
at
so
least
bad
try
for that
to
guy.
learn some common sense.
Not the pink, but the other one.
Learning isn't exactly Stroll's strong suit, is it? As we can all see by his weekend at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix in 2024. We kick things off in FP1, with Lance having a small incident with the wall at turn 22.
He fucking hit the
Now,
fucking
he was
wall.
incredibly lucky to get away
The
from
wall doesn't move.
relatively damage-free. And you know, it's practice. These things happen. The
In
point is to learn
practice.
from them. So you'd think he wouldn't do
How
it
is that
again,
even possible?
right? Well, just look at what happened on lap 7 of the Grand Prix at that very same corner.
You hit the fucking wall again.
Heavy one at turn 23. Lance Stroll into the barriers and out of the race.
I can't even say I'm surprised at this point, but what I am
This
surprised
guy has
about
special
is that you
needs.
haven't hit the subscribe button yet. Grand Prix qualifying, he had one of the biggest crashes of
Like,
the
he's
last
actually just
decade.
stupid.
Throughout the entirety of 2023, Alonso
Is
had
this
been
man okay?
absolutely dominating Stroll, out-qualifying him, outscoring him, and bagging more podiums than Lance could dream of. And clearly by the time Singapore had rolled around, Lance was seriously feeling the pressure. He'd looked pretty uncomfortable in the car throughout the practice sessions, but nobody, and I mean nobody, could have predicted what would happen in the first qualifying session. He was clearly pushing beyond his talents, and as he approached the final corner,
Oh my god, he's
his lap
skirting.
took a dramatic turn.
Oh my god,
Big crash on
boom!
board with Lance Stroll. He
guy
was
actually pisses
trying
me
to
off.
wring the neck of the speed there, and he finds the
How
barrier.
much
All things considered,
money has he caused? Like Aston Martin and the
I'm
other.
glad Lance could walk away from a
team.
crash that serious. But man, that mistake completely ruined his team's weekend,
Holy
costing millions in
fuck.
damages and preventing him from racing on Sunday. And if that ruined his team's
I
weekend,
feel bad for his
can't imagine how they
engineers.
felt at the 2020 Imola
I swear, their engineers are just repairing more than enhancing this man's
Grand
fucking
Prix.
car.
It was the closing stages of the race, and Lance came into the pits. Now, this should have been a straightforward stop, but Lance doesn't really do straightforward, does
You're
he?
a fucking
Instead, he
asshole.
completely overshot his
Why would
pit
you
box,
hit your own fucking
slamming
person?
into a member of his pit crew, which sent them flying. And worst of all, Lance didn't even seem apologetic on the radio.
Sorry about that. Brakes are really cold.
Lance, come on. You just ran a man
Brakes
over.
are really
At least
cold.
ask if he's okay. And that brings us to the Brazilian Grand Prix
Fucking
in
asshole.
2024, with one of the most embarrassing incidents in motorsport history. The conditions
Yes.
were treacherous, but as the cars made their way around Interlagos on the formation lap, everything seemed normal. That was until Stroll arrived on the scene.
As he was making his
Of
right,
course.
he just lost it
Of
under-
course, he hit him. He hit himself off the
That
course.
was until Stroll arrived on the scene.
As he was making
How's
his
that
right,
even
he
possible?
just lost it under braking. Wow.
Now that was
Like, what
pretty
the
bad,
fuck
but
was
I
that?
guess we can let him off. The conditions were incredibly wet, and it was only the
Well, he couldn't even
formation
drive straight. What the
lap,
fuck?
so he could still rejoin the race with no harm done, right? Well, Stroll had other plans.
The fuck happened here?
That has to be one of the dumbest decisions
What?
in motorsport. No human history. I don't think it gets any
He
more
chose to
embarrassing than
drive through that?
intentionally beaching your car on the formation lap. Man, to make it even worse for Stroll, the crowd started chanting the name of the Aston Martin reserve driver, Felipe Drugovich.
What a fucking idiot.
So
Lack
yeah,
of brain
Lance
cells.
has certainly cemented himself as one of the biggest clowns in Formula 1, and I couldn't even fit all of his incidents into this video.
Oh, this guy actually
There's just
pisses
too
me
many.
off. Actually.